Keep stacking the racks. Street credit on max. I get packers that know me. I need 2 second quarter. Pockets full by
You're locked in with Atlanta's hottest hip hop station. The Hype 87.3.
That's right, it is your girl TampaMystic, and we are live right here in ATL on the Hype 87.3. And today, I heard we got Houston in the building. Richie Mike, what's going on, family? How you doing?
Yes, ma'am. How you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you for being here.
I appreciate you for having me here.
Of course, give me some love first and foremost. Boom. Transfer that good energy, positive vibes. Houston representing.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. Well, I got a lot I definitely want to dive in and talk to you about. But before we do that, give us a brief introduction that you want the world initially to know about Richie Mike.
I'm Richie Mike. I'm from Houston, Texas, Southwest side to be exact. And man, I'm just here to make some music and try to change the industry a little bit. That's all.
That's what I'm talking about. Make it your own, right? Like, you know. So you proudly represent Houston. How has the city itself, because, you know, historically we've got, you know, the Bun B's and the Scarfaces and Paul Walls and Lil Flips and the list goes on, that's been doing this for a long time. And of course, a lot of the newer artists. How did Houston music scene kind of make you say, you know what, this is what I want to do too?
I mean, like you said, since I was young, you know, I grew up on a bunch of Houston rappers, you know, underground rappers and stuff like that. So, you know, they got a lot of influence on what I do. So, because that's where I'm from, first off, you know, that's my hometown. So, and then, you know, just the culture itself, you know, it's just, I love Houston, so.
Houston is a great, great city. Would you say that if people are listening to your music, they're going to say, oh, yeah, that's that Houston vibe right there?
Oh yeah, most definitely. They gonna catch the southern vibe from me. First off, just off my voice, naturally you gonna catch that southern vibe.
I can hear it in your voice. I like it. Do you feel like right now Houston is like on top of its game when it comes to independent artists?
I feel like Houston is more relevant than it has been in a while, because it's more people coming to Houston, you know, stuff like that. At first, we wasn't like that much known for people to come travel and you know, chill out and stuff like that. But now you got people like 50 coming to Houston and stuff like that, you know. So it's broaden our base. Yeah,
no, that makes perfect sense. And I love that for you guys, because Houston's a beautiful city. Texas as a whole is a great state. You know, of course, you got the Austins and the Dallas. Are you traveling from city to city right now, kind of moving around in your state, like doing shows and performances? Have you tapped into that yet?
Right now, yeah. I mean, I have done shows in Texas, like, as far as, like, in Texas, like, but not like as far as out of town and stuff like that. Nah, not yet. But as far as in my state, yes.
It's all on the way, you know. It's all in God's time, you know. I feel like we can't rush the process. We trust the process, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's super dope. So you started getting into music by kind of tagging along on studio sessions with your friends, right? Let's talk about that a little bit. Do you remember when you knew that this was the moment that I want to do this as well? It's not just me supporting my friends doing it.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of just started like, I made a song, and I'm a type of person, I go off of feedback, a lot of feedback on what people tell me. So if I got 100 people, or not even 100, if I got 20 people saying that, oh, you got something, you know, like that, and I got another 5 people that didn't even really say nothing bad, but, you know, they was just like, you could work on this or work on that. To me, that let me know that, you know, that's something you can do. If you're not getting any type of really bad feedback,
right, it solidifies it.
Yes, ma'am.
No, you are absolutely right, and I feel like it's those pivotal moments when you hear it from other people. Like, we can think we the best at whatever we doing, but outside people, they're gonna let you know. You're gonna see it in their face. Like, when your song is playing, you're going to know if they vibing with it, if they like it or not. Yes, so I think that is super, super dope. So over the past 5 years, how has your approach to, like, writing and recording evolved? Like, take us back to when you first started till now. I'm sure it's gotten better.
Yeah, for sure. It got a lot better. You know, first starting off, I didn't really know what I was doing. You know, my partner, he wanted to really showed me how to write, stuff like that,
Got
writing
you.
bars and stuff like that. So like, when I first started, my first song I don't even like. So
Why don't you like that one? Because it was the first one.
I guess like you said, my first song, and I ain't find myself yet or nothing like that. So I
Okay.
ain't find my voice or nothing. So it just ain't sound right to me.
I got you.
But from the feedback that I got, I was like, okay, I can do it. I got something, I guess,
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't to my liking, other people that heard it, they still saw something in it.
Understood. Is it out there on the platforms?
First song I made, I don't think I put that out.
That was in the vault for you, right?
Yeah, I kept that one tucked.
Listen, ain't nothing wrong with that. And I feel like a lot of artists that I talk to say the same thing. They're like, man, if I go back and listen to some of my first music, it wasn't it.
Yeah.
But it's a starting point. Because that's how I feel. Like if I went back 14 years ago and listened to some of my first interviews, I'm probably like, dang, I was rough around the edges. But we're always a work in progress, right?
Yeah, for sure.
With that being said, what is something right now, you've kind of got the recording process down and stuff. What is something you feel like you could work on a little bit more within yourself as an artist?
Going out more. That's a big thing. I'm more laid back and family wise and stuff like that. Me, I don't really pop out too much. I ain't no club type person or nothing like that. If I ain't, pretty much, if it ain't business, I ain't going to the club. Like, so that I probably can start working more on that, trying to get out there more.
Understood. Listen, I'm with you on that. If it's not on business, I'm in the house.
Yes, ma'am.
Because that's our safe space.
Exactly.
You step outside, anything could happen. So it's like we have to pick and choose and be mindful. So it's like, okay, it has to make absolute sense if I'm going to step into this situation. Same thing here. I'm mindful of, who I got in here because I don't want my guests to be uncomfortable. Like stuff like that is super important to me. Going out to the club, sometimes there ain't nothing good out there, right? Can you tell us about the process of creating your new era sound? Like what makes it different from what else is out here right now?
My sound, I guess is my voice first off is unique, so that puts me in my own lane because I don't too much sound like nobody, I sound more like myself, and dang, I forgot what you just asked that quick.
No, like, your sound, what makes it really different from the other artists that are out there right now? Because, and I'll elaborate just a little bit. A lot of artists, we'll use Travis Scott as an example. Some other artists coming out of Houston may want to try to sound like him because they're like, well, if he made it out with that sound, I can make it out. But I feel like you should be doing the opposite. You got to develop your own sound. So what is it about your sound that kind of makes it stand out and different from other artists from your area?
Yeah, like I said, my voice first off is kind of unique.
Yeah.
And to me, I don't follow nobody. Like, yeah, and like even when people ask me who my favorite rapper is and stuff, I don't have no favorites. Like, I listen. What I like is what I like.
Yeah.
It's nobody I look up to or nothing like that. As far as in music or anything, I look up to myself. So
Understood.
I'm more in tune to my own music. Even when I ride, I don't listen to music. Like I ride in silence.
I do that a lot too.
Yeah. So everything I write and spit is authentic. Is me. Like, because it's no form of somebody else pouring into me as far as my music, you know, that I'm listening to, because I really just, I don't, like I said, I don't really listen to music like that.
No, absolutely. Especially when you're in your creative bag and you're like looking to create new music, you don't want to, without even realizing it, draw inspiration from other people because you may subconsciously not realize I'm kind of sounding like this person because I'm listening to them a lot. So that makes sense that you want to kind of clear your mind of all of that. And even maybe your own music so you don't go back and are repetitive something you've already done.
Yeah, I don't. True, but I really don't even listen to my music that much.
So how do you, because, your lyrics are like full of depth, right? How would you say that you balance like your flows of your music but still keep it meaningful with your storytelling, if that makes sense?
I mean, basically, I I speak on what I know, what I saw, what I have done.
Got you.
So it always come authentic. Like I said, like I'm not out here speaking on something I don't know about.
Yeah.
You know, so it all come from the heart. Like that's pretty much like.
So you have songs like Gorilla Glue, I said Glorilla, Gorilla Glue, Stacking Racks. How do you stay creative with your metaphors, being that you aren't listening to other people? Is it just everyday life that you're, you know, your bars and your metaphors? Like, where is that coming from?
As far as like when I have listened to music, like people like like metaphorical, like Lil Wayne or somebody that. Like I'm interested in them type of rappers. To me, that catches my ear. Like, oh dang, how he make this? You know, like a metaphor, like how he use this and it mean this and that. You know, in 3 different ways. You know what I'm saying? So to me, like when I hear somebody rapping like that, that catches my ear because it's unique to me.
Yes.
Like not everybody can just be a metaphor for a rapper.
Yes.
You know, it's easy to rhyme, but when you start throwing in the metaphors, it's kind of harder. You know?
I agree. I feel like it takes a true talent. Because like you said, anybody can make something rhyme. Like, you know, it's a poet or something. But to have the metaphors in there and to have metaphors that people get it and they understand when they listen to, oh, that was hard.
Yes.
Right?
Ma'am.
That's super, super dope. So you mentioned that you're not into murder music.
Nah.
Okay. Listen, I'm here for that too. I'm loving it. How do you promote like peace and growth and positivity through your music, since you're kind of on the opposite side of what a lot of artists are doing right now?
Well, I ain't gonna say I'm just too much on the opposite side because I grew up in the same surroundings as them, you know. So it's just more of me, like more of a hustler, like, and that's the type of music I make. I make, like I say, hustler music, like that's. I'm not with the bang bang shoot 'em up and ain't that, because that ain't me.
Right.
Like I told you, I speak on what I do, what I know, and what I have saw. So, no, I stay in that kind of like hustler music lane. I'm not with all the bang bang shoot 'em up.
No, absolutely. Because it's truly influential to some of these youngins, you know what I'm saying? They'll listen to it and feel like that's the way of life.
Yeah.
Even though it could be completely made up scenarios, in their mind it's real life.
Yeah, and like I told you, I'm trying to change the industry. I ain't trying to go with the bang bang shoot. I got kids myself, so I ain't even trying to have my kids growing up listening to that, thinking that's how they supposed to come out there.
100%. Absolutely, because it starts with you, like guiding them and showing them the right way. How did fatherhood change your life?
Changed my life a lot. I mean, it changed my life a lot. You know, it taught me morals, principles, values. You know, it's a lot of stuff that you don't think about when you ain't got a kid, but when you have one, you know, it's a lot that you're gonna think about. You know, so you're gonna be way more cautious in a lot of stuff you do.
More proactive rather than reactive, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Thinking about them moves before we make them.
Yes, ma'am. Exactly.
Man, that's probably one of the biggest things that I learned becoming a mother is like, man, stop and pause for a second. Is this move I'm about to make going to affect me, my son, or anybody else around me that I care? So that makes perfect sense. Are your kids big fans of your music?
Oh yeah, for sure. My daughter, she love me. Like she'll play my song.
He over there saying,
yeah, she'll play the same song 100 times. Like
you're a girl dad.
Yeah, I have a daughter. I have a boy too.
Okay.
But my daughter, she like my #1 fan.
That's super dope. Listen, I could tell you, a little girl's first love is always their dad. You know, me and my dad, we still like this, you know, and I'm a whole grown woman myself, but it's like that relationship never goes away.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. So you mentioned you performed in a few different places throughout Texas. Has there been any moment that really stood out to you that you're like, man, this was dope, I want to do this again? Have you had that moment yet performing?
Well, you know, any performance I do, I feel like is dope to me, because that's when you get there, you get out there and you see people interacting and vibing to the songs that you made. Like you see it firsthand, like, oh, they really vibing with me, or you know, or you can see okay, they ain't really messing with me, let me work on this or work on that. So it's you know, when you performing live, you see a lot and you get to enjoy the vibes and also correct what you feel like you might be falling off on or something like that. So, you know, I like performing live, you know.
Absolutely. I think it's vital because it teaches you a lot. Like you said, you can now understand, maybe I need to work on this a little bit more. It gets you comfortable being in front of a crowd. And if not for nothing, it's a great way to test out new music.
Yes, ma'am.
Like you said, you could see it on their face.
Yes, ma'am.
If they ain't paying no attention and they're buried in their phone, they may not be feeling that one, but they vibing to it. Does constructive criticism go well with you?
Yeah, I'm open ears. Like, you know, if you say something bad about my music, I ain't gonna take it personal.
Yeah.
My music ain't for everybody.
I know that's right. We can't please everybody.
Yeah, I can't. That's one thing I know. I can't please everybody. So I know my music is not meant for everybody, and everybody got their own feelings in their own ways, you know. So, like, how I feel is not the same way you gonna feel.
Correct.
Know? But I can relate to some other people.
Understood.
You know? So.
No, you're absolutely right. And I feel like going into this, that's the best outlook and mentality to have, is understanding that we can't please everybody, nor should we even try to. We'll make ourselves insane trying to please it, because everybody has a different taste of what they like in music and etc. Are you open to bending them genres a little bit and getting into other genres? You know, I see a lot of artists doing Southern soul now and some country music. Does that inspire you?
Yeah, ain't no cap to what I can do. Like, I'm not putting no cap on it. So, country, whatever, R&B, whatever. You know, if I can fit in there and it go, I'm gonna go.
Can you sing?
I can harmonize.
I know that. Listen, I feel like that's all you really need to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get you a good audio engineer, harmonize, and boom, you could have a hit record.
Yeah. I can harmonize. I don't know about the hidden notes, but when it comes to harmonizing, I think I'm pretty good.
No, ain't nothing wrong with that. When it comes to the actual creative process, are you a writer? Are you punching in?
I'm a writer.
You're a writer, okay.
Yes, ma'am. I sit there and jot in my phone. You know, so I like to think about what I write.
Yeah.
So, like, if I feel like I don't like this bar, I might erase it and put a different bar in there, you know. And then a lot of things I do right now, and it's like when I go to the studio, it's not free, so I pay for that. Yeah, well, with my dad, you know, because he behind me pushing me.
He's like, hold up, now it's good.
You know, my old man, he paying for that, so we pay for the time that we put in.
Yeah,
so
that's
when
beautiful
I go to
though.
the studio, I ain't trying to play. I ain't trying to freestyle. I ain't trying to, you know, spend a whole lot of time.
Time is money, and we ain't got time to be wasting it. So do you, like, say for instance, you write a record and you know this is the song that I'm going to go record today. Do you kind of study your own music before you get there, so you already somewhat memorize it, so you know the cadence and etc.?
Oh yeah. From how I want to sound to how I'm flowing. Like I before I get to the studio, I done said that hook and verse over about 100 times already.
So you know how you want to deliver it.
So when I go in there, it's boom boom. You know.
Got you.
It ain't much I gotta do.
Are you creating like voice memos and stuff so you can kind of remember sometimes like the cadence that you want to use?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
The phone is full of them?
Yes, ma'am. I get in my phone to make sure, say if I got a certain way I'm vibing my voice on the song, I want to make sure I keep that you know, that vibe to the song, so I'm going to record it.
Yes.
In the way that I'm saying it, so I don't forget. So, yeah.
I think that's so important because life be lifing, right?
Yeah.
So it's like by the time you get to the studio, it could be next week. You're like, dang, how did I say that? I can't remember.
Yes, man, it ain't even that. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I write a song, think of a bar, and have the sound that I want, and then the next 5 minutes is gone. Like, so I know sometimes I gotta go here and record that before I lose it.
Understood, because sometimes I'll walk into a room, but like, what did I come in here for?
Exactly.
Or I'll pick up my phone and be like, what was I about to look up or do? So it'd be it'd be gone in a second. Let's talk about your brand, MBK, My Brother's Keeper. Promotes loyalty and positive narratives, which I love that. What inspired the movement and how does it show up in your music?
My Brother's Keeper, it really started off as, you know, me and my partners. My Brother's Keeper that name came before I even came in the picture. Like, they really had that name already.
Yeah.
And I just came in and ran with it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I took it and just really stood on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it really came upon a bunch of friends, you know, in the hood that just came together as brothers, you know, and that's why we got the name My Brother's Keeper.
It's a lot of unity there.
Yes, ma'am.
We need more of that.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
I feel like not just in music, but in life, there's a lot of separation out there right now. And I feel like, I don't know, I grew up in a household that I was always taught to spread love, treat others how you want to be treated. I'm so blessed to have a household, my parents, that were just loving and taught me how to love other people unconditionally, you know, no matter what they look like, whatever.
So
I feel like we need more of that in the world because there's a lot of ugliness out right there.
So MBK ain't just no music. It ain't just about music.
It's a lifestyle.
Lifestyle, literally.
Yeah, absolutely. So we somewhat, I don't want to throw everybody into this box because I don't like to box people in, but we do somewhat live in a culture that often glorifies chaos. Social media is a perfect example because we see it. People quick to pick up their phone and want to film people fighting or this, that, and the third, and they do it for likes and views. How do you stay rooted in your peace and being authentic when a lot of that is going on around us and we could easily be drawn into it?
I just try to stay in my lane.
Yeah.
No, I don't get involved. And like I say, I don't go out too much and stuff like that. I try to stay in my lane, you know, stay humble, stuff like that, you know. You come to me, I'm going to speak peace to you. I ain't coming. You ain't finna get no, you know, no negative energy from me.
Yeah.
Like, you come to me for some advice, I'm gonna try to speak highly, you know, and give you the best advice I can give you with no negativity.
Yeah. That's the energy that I'm getting from you. This is our first time meeting, and I'm really good on reading energy with people because I sit down with so many people day in and day out, and I can feel that good energy radiating from you.
Yes, ma'am.
You know,
appreciate that.
of course. And listen, I commend you for that because some people, I don't know what they got going on, but they be on something else. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it can be difficult to keep that good energy, but I feel like it's just in you. It's not on you, it's in you, right?
For sure, it's just in me. That's all I like to say, it's in me.
So on the creative side, when you said you're a writer, what typically comes first? Do you have to hear a beat and then you write to it, or do you kind of come up with some lyrics and go shopping for some beats? Like, what comes first?
The beat.
The beat does. So the beat speaks to you.
Vibe, yeah. That's the beat really give me the vibe. Like, depending on how the beat is, it pretty much gonna project how I'm gonna come on the song. So, you know, if the beat give me how can I say, club vibe, you know, I'm gonna get in my club mode. If the beat giving me just a chill vibe, I'm gonna make a chill song. If the beat giving me like I wanna do, you know, spit some lyrics on this a little bit, you know, that's what I'm gonna do. So it's just about how I feel the beat
makes sense.
You know, gravitating towards me.
Who's a couple producers that you've been working with?
I worked with A-Red. A-Red is my main engineer.
Okay.
A-Red is my main engineer, and then you got Fraser Boy. I work with Fraser Boy. Who else have I worked with? Oh yeah, Bird. Yeah, I forgot Bird. Yes. Yeah, Bird. That's who actually made Gorilla Glue for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they from your area?
Yes. All of them, they from Houston for sure.
But you are open to working with other producers outside of your area as long as it aligns with where you're wanting to go with your music.
Yes, ma'am. I'm willing to work with anybody. As long as they willing to work with me and they make sense, I'm willing to work with anybody.
So going back to when you first started doing music and then sitting in your moment right now, the season that you're in right now, has your definition of success for you changed over the years? Like some people early on, their definition of success is having a lot of money and a lot of women and a lot of jewelry. But then as they evolve and get mature, it looks different. What is it for you?
I ain't gonna say mine have changed. My goal since day one, since I started trying to rap or whatever, was to build a foundation where I can make sure my family's straight and the ones I love straight.
Yeah.
So that's still my main goal. Like, I know what this money can do. Like, I know in the music industry, what if you reach to that point, you can change a whole lot of people's lives.
Yeah, that's facts. You're absolutely right. And, I feel like the right people want to do the right things with it. Like you said, make sure your family's good. Do you feel like you're creating your legacy through music?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I would like to leave a legacy for sure. So I hope so. I hope I'm leaving a good legacy, like in the music I produce and what I say, anything I do, like I just gave out like I think it was like 1,400 Lunchables to kids, like.
Nice.
Yeah. So I got a box truck or whatever, and they had a load that they didn't want to accept. I was throwing a bunch of them away at first, and then I just thought to myself, I was like, man, why I'm throwing all these Lunchables away when I can go give them out, So about 3 or 4 pallets, I gave them all away, So then that was like, like I said, 1,400 Lunchables, So it was a lot of work for sure.
Man, that's beautiful though, because there's a lot of hungry kids out there. Like parents may not have it like that. You know what I'm saying? They're just getting by, and something as small as a Lunchable could change their day.
Hey, you'd be surprised. They were so happy to run up and get it. Like,
what kids don't like Lunchables? They all like Lunchables, you know? Because to them it's like a snack.
I didn't think I was gonna get it off at first, but hey, once I came out there, everybody was smiling and running towards the truck. So. Right. It did what it's supposed to do.
Absolutely. So doing something like that, did that at all kind of spark something within you to maybe like want to give back? Like,
It ain't gonna say it's sparking nothing, because this is something this is my plan from the jump. Like, when I say I came to change the industry, I came, like, if I get in there, I'm gonna change it. Like, this is part of what I'm gonna do. Keep giving back, keep giving to the youth. The youth is the future. That's how I look at it. That's how you change the world.
Man,
change them.
That is facts. Do you, when it comes to your music, are you more in the moment, or are you setting goals and looking towards the future?
Both.
A little bit of both?
Yes, ma'am.
I think that's important. You got to live in the moment, but you also got to plan your next move. It's like chess, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, for sure. So I think it's a little bit of both. I'm planning on what's gonna happen for me the next day, and I'm planning on what's gonna happen for me in the next couple of years.
If we could fast forward 2 years from now, what are you gonna be doing?
2 years from now, hopefully I done pop by then, and I can start doing a bunch of stuff like I've been saying, giving back to the community, where I'm from, and not just where I'm from, but all over the world. Stuff like that, and just, like I said, build a solid foundation, for people to come and, where I can just uplift people, in whatever kind of way I can, like, no matter if it's money, food, if I got a music label, sign some people, whichever way I can.
I love that. Is that something that's on your mind as well, as potentially starting your own label, or have you? And even if it's just you right now, potentially signing other artists, is that something that's on the forefront for you?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. If I ever make it.
No, hold on, pause. When you make it, not if.
Like, when I get to that point, for sure. I'm for sure gonna tag some more artists in along with my journey.
What do you feel like is one of the single most important elements? Because you mentioned if you pop as an artist, right? If you blow up.
Well, when I pop.
Yeah. Like when he pops, because it's going to happen. We're manifesting it. What do you feel like is one of the most important elements? And what I mean, some people think it may be the money because you need the budget. Some people think it's the talent. Some people think it's the fan base. What is it for you?
As far as what I think it takes to make it in the industry,
there's a lot of things, but what's one of them?
I was about to say it's a lot of things, but one main thing, I think it's about who you know. That's the biggest thing, because you can have all the money, but if you know the right people, you don't need that money.
I agree.
Yes, man. So that's pretty much what I think. It's about who you know. A lot of this in the music industry, who you know.
Relationship, I say it all the time. I'm going to say it again for the millionth time. Relationships will put you in places that money cannot.
Yes, ma'am, exactly.
I remember my first day in college orientation, the guy who was there said, in life, it's not about what you know, it's who you know. And I'm thinking, well, then why am I sitting here if it's not about what I know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me go out there and meet some people.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so I agree with you on that. Building them solid relationships will walk you in doors that money cannot.
Yes, ma'am.
That is absolute facts. What do you want your listeners to feel and resonate with when they hear your music? Like, what kind of vibe do you want them to get? And it could vary from song to song, but like as overall.
Just the humbleness. That's it. I'm just want people, like I say, I make hustler music. All I want you to do is get some money and be humble and have fun. That's it. That's it.
What do you feel like is your most underrated song in your catalog?
What do I feel?
Yeah, which song do you feel like should have gotten some bigger notoriety than it did? It's underrated in your opinion. Like, man, I thought this was the one, but it maybe didn't get the attention. Let's promote it because maybe it just needs a little bit more shine on it.
Maybe Ice Cream Man or Gorilla Glue.
Okay.
I felt like them two songs was some pretty dope songs, you know. So, and I ain't gonna say it ain't, you know, get to where I wanted it to be. 'Cause,
yeah.
You know, like. No, I ain't at the top of the food chain. So
of course,
you know,
yeah.
It did what it was supposed to do, but I feel like it could go a lot further.
Understood, 100%. So we got this record called Stacking Them Racks. Who produced this one?
Bird.
Bird, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell us a little bit about it before we check it out. Like, you know, people could hear it and obviously think, man, we all want to stack them racks. What does the song mean to you?
Like I said, man, it's just about having fun, getting some money, and enjoying life. That's pretty much it. Like, yeah, I can't be no more straightforward with you. You know, that's a lot of my music is gonna be about getting some money, having fun, and enjoying life.
Yes,
that's what mainly all my music is about. Like, that's how I operate.
It's a good outlook to have.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a great outlook. Let me correct myself. It's a great outlook to have. You know what I'm saying? Because we only got one shot at this, right?
Yeah, you only got one life to live, so enjoy it.
100%. And every second we're getting older. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the older we get, things start hurting, things start breaking down. I know I'm not saying you old, but you're his pops, so you're his elder. Man, they are not the same as what they was. So we're not as resilient as what we was. So yeah, you got to live every day and like you said, just throw that love and positivity out there into the world.
Yes, ma'am. Stay humble.
Stay humble, definitely. Any messages that you want to drop and leave with the listeners?
Stay humble, live your life, enjoy your family.
Yeah. Most definitely. So we got the song loaded up and ready to go. Where can people follow you on all your social platforms before we check it out?
On all social media, y'all could go follow me at Richie Mike, and that's RICHIE Mike on all social medias.
Is that the government name?
Nah.
That's the stage name?
Nah, well, Richie is not, Mike is.
I got you. Understood. He rich though. He Richie though, yo. Definitely. Who do you want to give thanks to that's been loving you and supporting you?
My pops, my family, you know, and anybody who support me.
Yeah.
Everybody who support me, I appreciate the love. I appreciate everything y'all do. Keep listening, keep supporting. I love y'all for sure.
Definitely. Well, thank you for being here today. I appreciate you being here. You guys brought through the good energy, positive vibes.
Yes, man. I appreciate you for having me.
Of course. Listen, I'm glad it was able to work out. You know what I'm saying? So, but we got the song loaded up and ready to go. Introduce it for us.
All right, this is my new single, Stacking Them Racks, and you know it's Richie Mike.
Already, y'all stay tuned for it.
Come and see what all the hype is about. Tune in to The Hype 87.3.
Keep stacking the racks. Street credit on max. Keep stacking the racks. Street credit on max. I get packers that know me. I need 2 seconds.